Welcome back everybody, and thank you for tuning in for video number 3 in my series for Oceanside, California, about the many different attractions and historic buildings all on the eastern side of the city. This is where many people lived before present-day downtown Oceanside was built in the late 19th century. I'm going to be talking about many different places, starting with the beautiful Mission San Luis Rey. This mission is roughly a 10-minute drive from downtown Oceanside, and if you're lucky, you might see some unique car shows that are used for special events and occasions. Self-guided audio tours are provided, which take roughly 30 minutes to an hour to complete. Inside are many rooms full of exhibits and artifacts that inform you about the proper history and what each room was used for. In one area, you even have the opportunity to ring a 200-year-old bell. Outside are ruins in different areas that were very important to the mission and are also a part of the self-guided tours. Before I begin to talk about the history and the areas more specifically, have a look at some more neat footage of both inside and around the mission. For thousands of years, the San Luis Rey Valley was occupied by the Native Americans known as the Luis Sueños until 1769 when Spanish explorers discovered the area. The mission started being built in 1798 and then became a place where the Luis Sueños, both men and women, were taught many new skills. Out of a total of 21 missions built in California, the San Luis Rey mission was the 18th built and was the biggest, which earned it the nickname the King of the Missions. One of the first attractions of the mission to be built was the church, which was completed in the year 1815 and is open every day for visitors. Please also know that up until the year 1821, all 21 missions were under control of Spain, with the fact that Mexico had not yet become a country and California had not yet become a state. When Mexico did gain its independence from Spain in 1821, Mexico was in control of all the missions for a number of years. In the 1830s, the law of secularization was authorized by the Mexican government, meaning that portions of the land were sold to different locals and Native Americans, and to take the mission away from the Catholic Church. When California finally became a part of the United States in the year 1850, this definitely had another turn of events for the mission's future. It wasn't until President Abraham Lincoln signed a proclamation on March 18, 1865 to return the mission back to the Catholic Church. The actual documents are inside a glass case inside one of the exhibit rooms. Unfortunately, by that time, much of the mission had fallen apart. Almost 30 years later, in 1892, the mission had started the process of rebuilding under Father O'Keefe to undergo many renovations throughout the decades and still continues to do so today. Now, after giving you all a brief history lesson, I would like to talk about some important places near and around the mission that are very cool to check out. Just outside the mission are the remains of the soldier barracks that were built by the U.S. Army in the late 1840s with the job of protecting the mission after the U.S.-Mexico War that began in 1846. A short walk away are the ruins of the lavanderia, where the people did laundry from directing water from the river through the channels and also used to bathe in the pools. The ruins of both the lavanderia and the soldier barracks were hidden for a number of years until 1955, when they were rediscovered by archaeologists. Going back inside the mission is another highlight known as the quadrangle, a place where many skills were taught and classrooms were located. The majority of it is used for retreats, and only a small part is accessible to the public. From this viewing area, you'll be able to notice the huge tree in the distance, which was the very first pepper tree planted in California that goes all the way back to the year 1830. There's also a small coffee shop at one of the entrances with plenty of chairs outside, where I enjoyed an iced chai tea latte. If you take a group tour of the mission, you'll be able to access much more areas and to get a different angle of the pepper tree. On the other side of the mission is the cemetery, which goes all the way back to the first days of the mission since 1798. Be sure to notice the skull and crossbones at one of the entrances that was used in the 1950s to film some of the Disney episodes of Zorro. Inside there is an Indian memorial that was erected in 1830 because so many Indians had helped build the mission. After you're done exploring the grounds and exhibits of the mission, be sure to check out the Heritage Village located just up the street. Please note that this was not an actual village where people lived and worked, because this attraction was built in 1970, but it gives us the feeling on what life was like in the area back in the 19th century, featuring the newspaper office, the schoolhouse, where horses were kept, the train depot, and even street names and what the signs looked like. A short walk away and behind the mission is the San Luis Bakery, which is a bakery with many pastries to choose from, and a Mexican restaurant where I enjoyed a nice carne asada burrito and also their chicken quesadilla. Another option is a short drive away and a block away from Oceanside Boulevard. The Come On Over Cafe has a nice outdoor patio with plenty of indoor seating. For breakfast, they serve great bagel sandwiches filled with bacon, egg, and avocado. If you get a latte from there, you'll probably enjoy it in a big mug, where I got the raspberry mocha, but an iced caramel latte is another good choice. For lunch, I really forgot how good a tuna melt tasted until I ordered theirs. The cafe is also a short drive from Guajome Park, which is what my next topic will be all about. Located just a few miles from the mission and 8 miles inland from downtown Oceanside is Guajome Park. A park with over 30 campsites, a lake you can fish in, and many dirt trails used for hiking and bike riding. The park stretches all the way into the neighboring city of Vista, where you can experience the Rancho Guajome, a historic landmark that goes all the way back to the early 1850s and features over 20 rooms. It's also a place for many special events and weddings to take place. The land grant was given as a wedding present to Cave John Coutts and Isidora Bandini in 1851, and then the home was erected by 1853. It was here where they raised cattle and horses, which is what the carriage courtyard was used for, and also held a blacksmith shop with many exhibits on display today. From there, you can walk into the garden where many plants and fruit trees are grown. From there, you can access many rooms, including the back entrance of the main building. It wasn't until the 1990s that the home was restored by the County of San Diego and turned into a museum. When you're done, there's plenty of more history in the city of Vista. But that's enough history for today. What I will be talking about next is a place you're going to want to visit when you're feeling thirsty. So just on the border of Oceanside and the next city of Fallbrook is the Beach House Winery, which has been in business since 2010. It's a 2-story winery with wine tasting on the first floor, and then up a short and spiral staircase is a beautiful outdoor patio offering 360-degree views of the area. On selected days, they do have fresh and wood-fired pizza served, and if pizza is not your thing, then maybe you can enjoy the wine with some chocolate truffles, one of the best ways to end or even start your evening. If you want to get here straight from downtown Oceanside or the beach, it's roughly a 30-minute drive, and then from here, it's about another 30-minute drive to Temecula, known for its many different wineries, and in Old Town if you want to experience more history. My next video will be in the complete opposite direction in the Oceanside Harbor, where I talk more about the water activities and awesome restaurants. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more.